I'm going to start with you, Thea, because I thought this film, quite similar to a lot of your work, actually, you managed to combine something that's very kind of hopeful and got a real sense of lightness to it, with a bit of kind of edge to your sort of productions. I mean, Wicked Little Letters obviously recently did the sort of same thing, I thought. Is that something that comes quite naturally to you as a kind of filmmaker and as a storyteller?
It's funny because most people say that my films feel very different, so it's really nice to feel that there's a thread. I hope that's to do with humanity, maybe, and representing real people. And authenticity was one of the things that I wanted this film to be as real as possible and as respectful and as much of a truth-telling of the people involved and what it is that this amazing foundation is and what it gives to people. So I think maybe authenticity is what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, because I mean, this film works on many levels, but it's also a huge celebration of the Homeless World Cup, which, I mean, are you able to sort of take a step back sometimes and be incredibly proud of what you've achieved? Because it's incredible what you've done here.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, yes. I mean, normally we're just working away full time on whatever the issue is, and we're trying to grow the organisation so we can impact more homeless people. But yeah, it is. We came up with the idea, so we have good imagination, I guess, and people said we were crazy to begin with. But now, kind of standing back, where there's a movie being made and it's been premiered and all this, it is like you're kind of going, wow, this is quite amazing what's happened. But it just shows you it's the power of football. It's global and it's an international language and we connect together. So if you can get onto it and do it right, it can make a massive difference. But yeah, I'm really proud. But it's not just me. It's there's hundreds of volunteers and people all over the world working away right now, this minute actually, to make this happen. So we're a big group of people who are doing a little, and it adds up to a lot.
Yeah, you mentioned authenticity. I thought one of the things you often see when you sort of see sports movies or sort of football movies is I'm a huge football fan, and sometimes they just don't quite capture the kind of how footballers actually play and how actually footballers kind of move and look. But I thought you did a wonderful job of that. How important was it to do that, and how did you go about achieving that kind of realism when it comes to the actual games themselves?
Oh, it was absolutely vital for me. I'm a huge football fan myself, so that was really important to try and get that right. And as you say, it's often not. So I would say two things were really important. One, obviously, is the casting. I had to have people who could play the way I needed them to play. And second of all, I spent a long time with both the DP, designer, and I've had a special football choreographer, Mike Delaney, who was absolutely magnificent in helping me to set up exactly the kind of moves and goals that the film needed in order to tell each character's story properly. So, and we had a lot of cameras when it came to shooting the football.
So when you say in casting, did you have to watch them play football then? Did you have to ask people sort of Michael to kick a ball before?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Micheal Ward, I needed to know that the boy could play. Yeah. So yeah.
He could play.
Yeah. One of my favourite sort of subplots involving Michael is this kind of young players who have this kind of dream of being professional, and then if they aren't taken on by their sort of club, they can sometimes be left. They've had a dream sold to them from a young age that might not be realised, and I don't think there's enough support really necessarily for those young players. Is that something you really wanted to focus on? As someone involved in kind of, you know, the footballing world, do you think there is enough being done to help those young players navigate their way sort of post?
Actually, I think that's a very good question. It's very relevant, actually, because I think sport, not just football, but football in particular, needs to have a look at this and do more on this. And I think they're onto it. But, you know, you can only there's only 11 in the team, and there's so many really talented young footballers around, and they're all not going to make it. So what happens to those ones that almost make it? And I think that's a real issue that football needs to attend more to be quite honest, and sport needs to be attended to. But they're onto it, and more needs to be done.
And just very finally, my final question is about Bill Nighy, because Bill's great, isn't he? What could you talk about?
Hard to know where to start, isn't it?
I'm just saying, when you were casting, you get him to kick a ball around, did you as well?
I did, actually. No, I didn't.
But you must be thrilled to have him, because so much of the film is on his shoulders, and you know you're in safe hands.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Bill was already on it before me, because he'd been in conversation with Blueprint and had met Mel, I think, already before me. Yeah. He's also a huge football fan, so he's a Palace boy. Yeah. But he will tell you he's a fan of football. Like, he just loves the better the football. He could spend all day watching it. So he really appreciated the bigger global story, but also he wanted the football also to be represented properly in the movie.
why I waited to the end to tell you I'm a Spurs fan. 'Cause if I said that at the beginning, you might have, because you're Arsenal, aren't you?
Yeah, that would have
Saved
been
it for
really
the end.
difficult.
Anyway, thank you so much,
Yeah,
guys.
great.
Much really good. Thank you.
Great to meet you.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey,